Y'all ain't ready for this live. Y'all ain't ready. The Dallas Cowboys got surprised, punched in the face, threw on the ground, stomped in the ground. The Cowboys got up out the mud, punched back, kicked back, clawed back, bit back. The Dallas Cowboys won a game that they normally lose. Let's talk Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. What? Some people don't understand something about this game. This game is not about always winning it pretty. That is not what this game is about. Do y'all know how many Super Bowl teams? Do y'all know how many Super Bowl teams win ugly? Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And as you come into this live stream, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live, and we are live. And make sure you hit that HYPE button, hit that hype button also. Push this live out into the YouTube algorithm because somebody needs somebody to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it. I'm not doing no analyzing. All I'm gonna tell you this is the Cowboys won the game. Let's stop acting like the New York Football Giants. Let's stop acting like the New York Football Giants didn't come out and give the Dallas Cowboys the fight of their life. Stop acting like the Cowboys were out there just killing themselves with mistakes and dropping the ball. They were not making mistakes. The New York Giants exposed their weaknesses. That's how you play the game. I'm gonna go back and show y'all. Y'all remember last night when we talked about the keys to winning the game? I'm gonna show you the keys to winning the game. Tell me I was wrong. I'm gonna show you where I said the only way the New York Giants have a chance. I'm gonna show you. Today, I didn't even put the lineup together. We going this simple. We're talking about this win. And I'm gonna tell us, stop the negativity. We can analyze the game tomorrow. We need to be thanking God. We won the football game. And when it comes down to the end of the season, and when people start looking at those records, and the only thing they're going to see against the Dallas Cowboys, the first game of the season against the New York Giants, is a win. It's game 2. It's not game 12. It's not game 14. It's not game 16. Do we need work? Yes. Yes. Thank you, Captain Obvious. We need work. But we won the game. Stop letting people spoil. We won the game. The Kansas City Chiefs, they won ugly all the way to the Super Bowl last year. The Kansas City Chiefs win ugly. It's okay to win ugly. I know we wanted to blow the Giants out. I said the score was going to be 38-9. It's okay. It's okay to win a game like this. Man, I'm telling you, folks talking about you can't celebrate sloppiness. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. I'm not about to win the game and be sitting up crying and talking, ooh, the Cowboys, ooh, this, that. Okay, you can. This glass for me is not half empty. This glass is half full. Do y'all know Jerry Jones is still putting in that work Jerry Jones went and signed Jadeveon Clowney. Jerry Jones is going to continue to put in that work. This is a brand new coaching staff, brand new coach, brand new team. Guys, we're going to have to face the facts. They need work. I know we want them to be a Super Bowl team. They need work. But they won. Let me tell you something. When you win this kind of game, stop letting people tell you you can't celebrate a sloppy win. Why not? Why not? Why you can't celebrate a sloppy win? Why not? Tell me who made who created the standard that you can't celebrate a sloppy win. I bet you I am. They ain't ready for me. I'm celebrating a sloppy win because when you get the win and you play sloppy, what happens when you get it all together? What happens when you get it all together? When this team figures it out, I'm telling you, we're asking a little too much. We're asking a little too much. I'm just being honest. We're asking a little too much. We're wanting we're wanting a brand new Dallas Cowboys team. We want a brand new Dallas Cowboys team to be hitting on all cylinders in week 2. It ain't happening. Not happening. We need work. Y'all stop acting surprised. What did I tell you about Matt Eberflus's defense? What did I tell you about bend don't break defense? What did I tell you? Bend don't break defense requires super studs in every single position. Because when it bends and when it breaks, the dam just flies open. Did I not tell y'all this? Did I not tell y'all this? Y'all gonna call me a prophet before it's over. You're gonna start remembering stuff. Jonathan Hutchins, let me give you some credit. Then we're gonna have a roll call. Look at what this man, Jonathan Hutchins, said. Eagles been celebrating sloppy wins for years. They've been celebrating them. The Philadelphia Eagles actually celebrated sloppy wins all the way up into midseason last year. Sloppy, ugly wins. Nobody thought they were going to the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, it's the sloppy wins. It's the sloppy wins that make you go, well, if we get this together, we really gonna be good. Cowboys got work. We want way too much. Niecy said, I'm celebrating, and I'm about to call my daughter and laugh at her Giants. Tell him, Niecy. Tell me. Y'all put it in the chat. Tell me how many times today did you say the Cowboys lost the game? Tell me how many times you said it. Tell me. Because I'm going to tell the truth and stay in the church. I can't count how many times I said the Cowboys were going to lose this game. I kept saying it. The Cowboys are going to lose this game. I watched it in between service. We have an early service for our second service. And as I'm looking at, I couldn't watch because I'm preaching. I had to get back to preaching around the third quarter. But as I'm looking at this game, I can't tell you how many times I said, the Cowboys are losing. The Cowboys are losing. The Cowboys are losing. And the Cowboys won the game. Man, I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can go ahead and let these analytical people hold your feelings hostage all you want to. Won't nobody hold me hostage. I'm celebrating this win. As a matter of fact,
you did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
How about them Cowboys? Brian Schottenheimer absolutely won a game that Mike McCarthy wouldn't have won last year. Absolutely won a game that Mike McCarthy wouldn't have won last year. I promise you he wouldn't have won this game. Let's look at this box score real quick. Let's look at how insane this box score is. When the Giants got up on the Cowboys 6-0, you know what I said? We're going to lose. When the Cowboys got back 13-10, I said, okay, we're in it. Then when the Cowboys got down, when we got 16, 16-17, Cowboys got a chance. Then we got to the third quarter, the Cowboys is up 27-23. I said the Cowboys going to win it. Then the Cowboys got down 30-27. I said we're going to lose. Then the Cowboys got up 34-31. I said, we're going to win. Then the Giants tied the ball game up. The ball game up 37-37. I said we're going to lose. The Cowboys get the ball first. I said we're going to win. Cowboys didn't score. New York Giants got the ball. I said they're going to win. Cowboys made stops when it really, really counted. And lo and behold, let me tell you something. Dak Prescott.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all say my name, put some respect on it.
Rain Dakota Prescott. Y'all do know they still dropping. Y'all do, in case y'all didn't know this, y'all do know they still dropping passes on Dak Prescott, right? Y'all do know that the Dallas Cowboys are still dropping passes on Dak Prescott. I mean, passes right in their hand, they still dropping them on Dak Prescott. And what did Dak Prescott do? 38-52, 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Dak Prescott battled against the best state. Let me tell you something. When you beat a quarterback that goes 30 or 41, 400, not 450, not 450, 450. Man, this man almost threw for 500 yards on the Cowboys. This dude, 30 for 41, 450, 3 TDs, 1 interception. Russell Wilson dang near had the best game of his life. And quietly, Dak Prescott kept on battling. Dak Prescott kept battling. Dak Prescott probably had about 4 drops in there. Do y'all know Dak Prescott would have had a better day than Russell Wilson? Dak Prescott should have probably been something around 42 or 50. Dak Prescott kept battling. And the last run that Dak Prescott made for 17 yards was the epitome of Dak Prescott is on. Dak Prescott started an MVP run today. Dak Prescott started an MVP run today. He started it last week, but he started it today. It's official. 38 of 52, 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a partridge in a pear tree. The Dallas Cowboys defense was getting toasted. And let me tell you something. Let me go to this. We're having a second live today. Y'all don't worry. This is my initial reaction. I'm just telling Dallas Cowboy fans, don't you let people tell you can't celebrate. I'm not going to even tell you who to listen to. All I'm going to tell you is this. Don't you dare let these people tell you can't celebrate. No, you have to celebrate a win like this. You have to celebrate it. Do y'all know that people don't understand more than 2 things can be true? Do y'all know more than 2 things can be true? Do y'all know that our defense played like trash? Do y'all know our safeties got toasted? Do y'all know we do need a pass rush? Do y'all know we do need Jaden Blue on that field? We need Javonte Williams is a dog. I want Javonte Williams to stay a part of the Dallas Cowboys run game, but they need that pop, and Miles Sanders can't give them that pop. Do y'all know all those things can be true? And we won the game, and that's true too. Yeah. Let's stop making everything either this or that. Nah, bruh. Tell me anything you want to. All you football experts, you can tell me any doggone thing you want to. I'm not listening to you. I'm celebrating the victory, even when it's ugly. People talking about we didn't deserve to win. Did we win? What's the criteria for deserving a win? Playing a flawless game? What's the criteria? No mistakes? What's the criteria? Only in Dallas. Only in Dallas will they tell you in Dallas. Only in Dallas will they tell you. We all not enjoy that win. Watch me. Watch me. I'm a Christian. Let me tell you, I'm a Christian. But if I was back in my days, I'm telling you, I'd be celebrating some other ways right now. Who said you can't celebrate? Do y'all remember this? Y'all gonna call me a prophet. Y'all are going to call me a prophet. I said the keys to the New York Giants. I wrote it down. Y'all remember this last night? I wrote it down. What did I say? These are the keys to the Giants beating the Cowboys. Sack Dak Prescott. Did I not say it? Sack Dak Prescott. What was the next one I said was the key? Multiple turnovers. This is where they failed. This is where they failed. They didn't get the multiple turnovers. This is where they failed. The Giants, because of Dak Prescott and Brandon Aubrey, because Brandon Aubrey can literally kick it from the parking lot. And Dak Prescott is going to get you touchdowns and first downs. You need multiple turnovers on the Dallas Cowboys. Look how many they got. 1. Yeah, that cost them. But did they sack Dak Prescott? 3 sacks. They sacked him 3 times. They didn't get the multiple turnovers. What else did I say was the key? It is right here on the screen. Attack the Cowboys corners. That's exactly what they did. They attacked the corners. And what made them complete those long plays on the corners was the poor safety play. But let's not pretend either. Let's not pretend. Them boys got over on our corners too. It was the corners and the safety. And let's stop acting like Malik Neighbors is boo-boo. Let's stop acting like Malik Neighbors is boo-boo. Let's stop acting like these wide receivers for the New York Giants are boo-boo. Malik Neighbors is a stud. Malik Neighbors is a stud. And this other wide receiver that the Giants have, what's this kid's name? They got exactly what they wanted. I mentioned this kid's name last night. They got Malik Neighbors how they wanted, and they got Dale Robinson. I mentioned him the other day. This game may have some science to it, but it's not rocket science. Some folks try to pretend like they're the smartest people that ever talked about football on YouTube. I'm keeping it very simple. Y'all tell me, did I not say these things yesterday? You can't tell me I didn't say them because I wrote them down. What did I say? The chance to win, the keys to win, attack the Cowboys cornerbacks. And they attack the Cowboys cornerbacks over and over and over. And in order for your safeties to be getting toasted along with, that also means they got your safeties, they got your cornerbacks too. They got the cornerbacks too. Yeah, they got them. They got them. They attacked them in the way you should. They attacked them down the middle. They attacked them with the long ball. They outran the cornerbacks and ran past the safeties. Yeah, that's the cornerbacks too. Let's stop pretending that the cornerbacks didn't have something to do with it. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. Without what is his name? Without our newly signed cornerback. I'm sorry, I'm excited. The name is slipping me. But our cornerback, I'm telling you, this is why this dude is so important. This is why he is so important. This dude is two dudes, and we couldn't replace him. And I'm laughing at people who were talking about, hold on. I know y'all gonna put it in the chat. Man, I'm telling you my memory, I'm getting old. I'll be 55 next month. Don't you let people fool you. DaRon Bland. DaRon Bland is two dudes. Don't you let people fool you. DaRon Bland is two dudes. I'm going to come to y'all super chats in a moment. DaRon Bland is two dudes. Don't you never let nobody else tell you DaRon Bland ain't good. There were people who were actually saying the Cowboys shouldn't have paid DaRon Bland. DaRon Bland is that good. DaRon Bland is that good. DaRon Bland is the outside corner and he's the inside corner on 3rd and long. He's the nickel corner. Tell me anything you want to. Yeah, were the safeties getting toasted? Yeah, because the cornerbacks are getting toasted too. Them boys were running right past our cornerbacks. Right past our cornerbacks, right past our safeties. And I'm telling you, I am giving Brian Daboll credit. I hate when people do this. I'm giving the Giants credit. The Giants did everything I said they were supposed to do. They tried to do everything. I'm telling you, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to lie to you and say, yeah, man, I'm a football savant. Again, there's a science to this, but it doesn't require rocket science. They tried to run the ball on the Cowboys, didn't work. But the one thing I will give them credit for, even though the Cowboys got 3 sacks, the pass blocking, tell me anything you want to, it was good. The Giants shocked me. I'm just telling you they did. I think the Giants shocked the Cowboys too. Them boys were pass blocking today. Them boys were pass blocking today. They were. So, again, the keys. I said sack Dak. They did it 3 times. And they put pressure on Dak Prescott the entire game. Dak Prescott was running for his life, getting knocked down. Dak Prescott, they got pressure on him. They didn't get the multiple turnovers. That's one of the keys. They didn't get the multiple turnovers. But what did they do? They attacked the cornerbacks. What was the next one? I said Kim Scatterboo. Didn't get him. Couldn't get Scatterboo. Couldn't get him the way that they wanted him. They couldn't get him the way that they wanted him. He was 2 for 14 on receiving. He was 2 for 14 on receiving. He was 11 for 45 on rushing. They didn't get him quite the way they wanted him to. Let me tell you something. Kenny Clark is still paying dividends. I told y'all before, the defensive tackle position is not sexy, but also Odigizua and doggone Kenny Clark are doing their doggone job. Scatterboo, 11 for 45. Russell Wilson, 3 for 23. Tyrone Tracy, 5 for 15. Devin Singletary, 1 for 4. All right, let me try to do this math in my head real quick. 13, let's see, that's right there, that's 18, 13, 17, carry the 1. They basically held them boys to 84 yards. Oh, we good in the trenches. I'm telling y'all, we're good in the trenches. Where the Cowboys have got to get better. The Cowboys, it's not just on the back end. We got to figure out our edge combination. That's what we have to figure out. It's only game 2. I'm not giving up on Matt Eberflus, but I told y'all about this Matt Eberflus defense. This bend don't break. When it breaks, and it broke today. It broke today. They did everything I said they should do to win. They did it. Other than the multiple turnovers, they did it. They absolutely did it. The green check marks, they absolutely did it with the minus of the multiple turnovers. They did it. I put defensive line, attack the corners. And the part that really got me was it didn't even require a lot of rollouts, bootlegs, and screens. It didn't even require a lot of that. I'm giving these doggone Giants, man. I'm telling you, people be out here capping in line. Stop acting like the Cowboys are out here tripping over their own feet, acting like they tied their shoestrings together, and they were out here like the doggone Keystone Cops of the Three Stooges. No, the Giants were playing their butt off. Somebody forgot to tell the Giants they were trash. Somebody forgot to tell Russell Wilson that we said yesterday that Russell Wilson was washed up. We wrote Russell Wilson off, and Russell Wilson didn't write back. I'm tired of people not giving these doggone teams credit. The Giants balled. If they ever had a chance to beat the Cowboys, it was the day. Them boys balled. Them boys balled. Problem is, there was one man they didn't stop. And his name is Rain Dakota Prescott. I told y'all yesterday, I've been saying it. Dak Prescott got a different look in his eyes. Dak Prescott got a different look in his eyes. Dak Prescott is looking like, nope, the moment is not too big. That's how he's looking now. Dak is looking he's looking into the eyes of the devil. And Dak is saying the devil is a liar. This is why I'm still confident in this team. That when everybody else is sloppy, guess who isn't sloppy? Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is not sloppy. Dak Prescott is showing us that it don't matter if everybody around Dak Prescott collapses. It don't matter if the whole team collapses. It don't matter who we got and who we don't got. Dak Prescott says, as long as I'm under center, you can bring in Brock Hoffman in this thing. As long as I'm under center, we got a chance to win. Boy, y'all better put some respect on this man's name. Put some respect on this man's name. This dude, Dak Prescott. Put some respect on his name. I'm telling y'all, we got a ways to go. We got a ways to go. Ron Hanna, we called it on the score, didn't we? Ron Hanna, we called it on the score, didn't we? We said 38, you said 30. I think you said 37. I think I said 34. You said 37. The Cowboys said, hold my drink. Dak Prescott and Brandon Aubrey said, we getting 40. They said we getting 40. And I love this about the Cowboys. People are not giving this team credit. I said it today in the sermon. I tell people all the time. It's not the mistakes you make. It's what you do after the mistakes. Shoo, I'm telling you. What do you do after the mistake? Do you get up? Do you get up out the mud and say the game ain't over? The old Cowboys would have been pouting over on the sideline. There'd have been somebody on the sideline leading the charge pouting. The old Cowboys would have been pointing fingers. The old Cowboys would have just said the game is over. We'll just go for the next one. That's the old Cowboys. This Cowboy team said, heck no, we fighting. Nisi, that run by Dak Prescott. Nisi, I'm telling you, Dak is looking different. Nisi, Dak is looking different. This man got a look in his eyes saying, I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. Leroy Humphrey, they must have forgot the Giants are division rivals. They must have forgot. Because they played like it today. I'm telling you, somebody forgot to tell Russell Wilson, you washed up. Shoot, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Russell Wilson. I don't know if he'll play like this again. But let me tell you, Russ did everything he could. Even that last interception. And I give Matt Eberflus credit. Matt Eberflus pretty much saw what Russell Wilson was doing. Russell Wilson went to the well too many times. He just let the safety sit back there because he knew Russell Wilson was pretty much going deep. The wide receiver should have known Russell Wilson was going deep. And by the time he looked up, he didn't realize, oh, the ball is too late. Miscommunication. Safety was there, right time, and it turned the game. But again, the Cowboys kept on fighting. That's the stuff I'm looking at. I'm not worried about right now what the Cowboys didn't do. I can talk about what the Cowboys didn't do the entire week. I got a whole week to go back. I can go back tomorrow, look at the all 22. I can look at all that stuff. I want to look at the reality of this situation. We won the game. Watch this. Let me tell you how Dallas Cowboy people think versus the Philadelphia Eagles people think. The Philadelphia Eagles won ugly against the Cowboys. How much uglier can you get than what the Eagles were last week? The Eagles won ugly last week. No Jalen Carter. Cowboys helped them out with drops. Could barely complete passes to the wide receivers. Held Saquon Barkley under 100 yards. It was ugly. Scored only 3 points in the second half. It was ugly. How much you bet they celebrated? How much you bet they wasn't out there telling folk, yeah, man, don't celebrate that victory over the Cowboys. They're celebrating it. They're celebrating it because if they wind up playing them again, and if they beat us, they'll sweep us. They're not beating us the next time. But if they do, they sweep us because they won an ugly game. So now the New York Giants have got to live with the fact that the Cowboys won a game that they feel like they should have won. The Cowboys won an ugly game. The Cowboys have them behind the 8 ball now. And now when we see you again, we're going to beat you again. We sweep you. And I'm telling you, I got a strange feeling I have a strange feeling the New York Giants, they left it all out in Texas Stadium. I will not be surprised if the Giants don't have another game like that one. Do y'all know who else did this last year? Let me tell you why I'm proud of the Cowboys. See, I got a memory. I can't remember our cornerback name, but I can tell you this, I still got a memory. I can't remember Deron Bland's name off the top of my head sometimes, but I got a memory. Do y'all know who else did the Cowboys like this? Y'all better understand something. Nisa, you've been with me since the beginning. Nisa, you remember when I used to say this? It's almost like the Cowboys are in the playoffs every single game. Nisa, you remember when I said that last year? Because every single team gives the Dallas Cowboys their best punch. I don't think there's a team out there like the Dallas Cowboys. Every team gives the Dallas Cowboys their best punch. They can be the worst team in the league. And they'll play the Cowboys, and they'll make everybody think, wow, maybe they are pretty good. No, it's the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody gets up to play them. Even the terrible teams get up to play the Dallas Cowboys. You know how I know? You know how I know, guys? Let me put this in remembrance for you and tell you why we should be proud of the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm going to come to these super chats. I appreciate y'all. They piling up on me. Let me read them. Look at this. And then I'm going to come to the chat. I think I'm going to try to open up the phone lines tonight. Y'all be down for Cowboys After Dark. I'm going to try to get everything figured out tonight on that. I want y'all to feast your eyes on this. So last year we came out against the Cleveland Browns. We looked like world beaters, 33-17. Took care of business. Dak Prescott gets signed the day of the game. Anybody remember this game right here? The New Orleans Saints came to Dallas on September the 15th. Almost 1 year to the day. The New Orleans Saints came in Dallas and literally spanked us. Look at what they did to us. They put up 14 in the first quarter. The Cowboys gave up the game in the first quarter. They put up 21 on us in the second quarter. The Cowboys were pretty much out of the game. And we were so out of the game, There was no fighting us by the third and the fourth. This was the Dallas Cowboys last year. The Dallas Cowboys last year, whenever they got behind, they were done. They were done. If a team battled the Cowboys hard enough, they were done. Not this year. Nope. The New York Giants, I am giving these boys all the credit in the world. They were punching haymakers on the Cowboys. I'm telling you they were putting haymakers on the Cowboys. Left, right. They were putting haymakers on the Cowboys. It was no jabs. The Giants were doing no jabs today. Everything was haymakers. I'm laughing. People talking about it was a sloppy win. Yeah, it's a sloppy win when you getting your brains kicked in. How you think it's supposed to look? You getting your head knocked in. You in a fight, you getting your head knocked in. How you think the fight gonna look? I don't understand people. The Giants came to play. Can we give them credit? Man, I shouted them boys out today on X. I shouted them boys out today. The Giants. We're sitting up. I'm laughing. The analytical people. Yeah, man. Yeah, Dallas this, Dallas that, Dallas this, Dallas that. Can you talk about the Giants? You want to know why them safeties look bad? We wasn't saying this last week. Isn't it strange we weren't talking like this last week? We played the Super Bowl champs. We weren't talking about our safeties last week. Boy, I'm telling you, some of our Cowboy fan base, they're bipolar. I mean, they panic every single game. Oh, we need this. Oh, we need this. Oh, we need this. You weren't saying that the last game. Can we give the Giants credit? Them boys had a game plan. Give it to them. They made this game what it was. How many of us didn't know the Cowboys were going to put up 30-plus points? How many of us didn't know it? All of us. I saw all the scores we were predicting. All of us were predicting the Cowboys 30-plus points. What we didn't know. Somebody forgot to give the doggone New York Giants the memo. Y'all trash. Brian Daboll will be fired by midseason. Jackson Dart will be in the game by the second half. Even the New York beat writers that we listened to this week, they were all saying, we're trying to figure out the way that the New York Giants can beat the Cowboys. There's no way. Somebody forgot to tell the Giants. Man, give them dudes credit. Give them dudes credit, man. Man, I'm telling you, man, I owe Russell Wilson an apology. Russell Wilson was great today. I didn't think he had a game like that in him. He was absolutely great. I got to give this man credit. We sitting up here bashing the Cowboys like it had nothing to do with the great player Russell Wilson. Man, Russell Wilson was great today. Give this man his credit. Stop trying to beat the Cowboys down, talking about where we need. You know what? Maybe it's not so much what we need. Maybe it's just the fact that we didn't think Russell Wilson could still go deep. I didn't. I'll be honest with you. I saw him with Pittsburgh last year, and I was like, this dude here. This dude had George Pickens frustrated. I bet you George Pickens was on the sideline going, why wasn't he throwing that to me? Why wasn't he throwing like that to me last year? That dude, Russell Wilson, was throwing some rainbows today, man. Let me go to these super chats. Mills, 36 up in this thing. Appreciate you. Hey, Mills, 36. Let me tell you something. You on Let's Talk Cowboys today, bro. You don't have to use words like decent. You can use any words you want to. Now, if them the words you want to use them. Let me tell you something. Bro, you underselling Solomon Thomas, and I know you underselling him. That dude, Solomon Thomas, Dak Prescott's doppelganger, was absolutely balling. Shoot, let me tell you something. People be talking about these light-skinned dudes. Shoot, Solomon Thomas, I don't care what anybody say about them light-skinned dudes. That dude, Solomon Thomas, was out there balling. Solomon, on one of those drives, man, that dude was making key stops. Shoot, Solomon Thomas said, I come to play. Solomon Thomas looked great today, Mills 36. He looked great today. Now, you can have your own opinion here. You know how we roll. You can have your own opinion. You can use the word decent. Nah, bruh. From what I saw from Solomon Thomas, shoot. Boy, that dude was balling, man. Kenneth Murray. Kenneth Murray looked a lot better today, didn't he? Kenneth Murray looked a lot better today. See, the problem is with the Cowboys, guys, we got to get it all together. We got to understand, man, brand new coaching staff. Brand new team. I mean, we flipped the whole team. We're still trying to gel. This team, I think, is still trying. I think it knows. I think this team knows who it is. I think it knows who it is. We're still physical. Yeah, we was out there getting physical today. Problem is, somebody forgot to tell the New York Giants not to be physical. Because I'm telling you, tell me anything you want to. Boy, them doggone New York Giants, boy, them boys might have the best defensive line in football. Give them boys some credit. When you can rush the passer like the New York Giants, that's why I'm giving Dak Prescott all the credit in the world. That man looked down. That man was looking in the face of the devil and didn't blink. They were putting it on Dak today. I'm telling you, that dude gonna have to take an ice bath tonight. They were putting it on Dak Prescott. And I'm telling you, hey, D's, you don't have to sugarcoat it. We ain't gonna hate over here. Shoot, Kenneth Murray, let me tell you something. Nah, bro, Kenneth Murray was playing today. 5 tackles, 2 assists. That boy was playing. He was playing today. Solomon Thomas, 3 tackles, 4 assists. That boy was playing today. Excuse me. That boy was playing today. Kenny Clark, I knew today. I said it today. I thought he was going to get 2 sacks, but I said yesterday that I felt like that Kenny Clark was going to get him a sack today. I felt like Kenny Clark was going to get him a sack today, and he got it. Kenny Clark got him a sack today. He looked good. The Cowboys' defensive line, we had better defensive line play. I think there were a lot of things that looked good. Sam Williams, he won't get credit, but Sam Williams looked pretty good today. The problem is somebody forgot to tell the doggone New York Giants they couldn't block. Somebody forgot to tell them. Because I'm telling you, boy, they had this dude, Russell Wilson, they had this dude snapped up in a baggy bag. Boy, you want to talk about a pocket, that dude, Russell Wilson. And this is why it's exciting that the Cowboys went and got Jadeveon Clowney. The Cowboys need Jadeveon Clowney. People need to understand what Jadeveon Clowney is. He is not a Michael Parsons replacement. But what he is a very good tackler. His pursuit to the run is very good. And his pursuit on the opposing quarterbacks is going to be good too. All these quarterbacks getting out of the backfield, squirting through, kind of like Russell Wilson did a little bit today. Jalen Hurts did it last week. Jadeveon Clowney will be able to help the Cowboys with some of that. Star Guardian X, she said, culture change. We normally lose these games. Jerry signed Clowney at halftime and will pay Aubrey very soon. Star Guardian X, appreciate that super chat. Star Guardian X. Jerry better sign Brandon Aubrey this week. Jerry needs to sign Brandon Aubrey this week. Make Brandon Aubrey the highest paid kicker in the league. He earned it today. If I'm the Cowboys, I don't need to see none of some Brandon Aubrey. I'm signing that dude today. Dak fan for life. He said our defense was lost. Multiple blown plays for TDs. Dak fan for life. Let me say it again. But I'm going to give Brian Daboll credit. Brian Daboll did his homework on the Cowboys. He absolutely did his homework. Man, we got to give him credit. Him, his OC, they did their homework on the Cowboys. You know why they had multiple blown plays, Dak fan for life? It was the play designed by the Giants. It was the attacking of the Cowboys secondary by the Giants. They attacked them. Yeah, the corners too. They attacked them. There is something that they obviously saw on tape. And they said, we can get these dudes. We can get these dudes. Corners and safeties, we can get them. They ran right past them. Ran right past the cornerbacks. Ran right past the safeties. They got them. And man, sometimes, let me tell you something. I used to tell my sons, and I used to tell my son who played cornerback, there is one thing that every defensive back fears: the perfect pass. The perfect pass cannot be defended. There is narrowly a cornerback that can defend the perfect pass. I'm talking about that pass that is arced so perfect that even if that cornerback jumps, he knows there's no chance. And it's got just enough speed on it. If he jumps, it goes right past his fingers. It's the pass that it is put in such a perfect place. If you drop it, it's on you. Russell Wilson was basically throwing perfect passes on these dogs, on these guys, man. They're hard to defend. I don't care how good you are. There are very few cornerbacks I've ever seen in my life that can defend the perfect pass. Deion Sanders is one of them. Deion Sanders is one of those guys that could, but he got burned too. Let's stop acting like Deion Sanders didn't get burned from time to time. That joker got burned too. By what? The perfect pass. Darrelle Revis. The only way you beat Darrelle Revis? The perfect pass. That's the only way you beat guys like that. The perfect pass. Man, this dude was making these coverages look like boo-boo. He was making those coverages blown. The wide receivers were making those coverages blown. You know how they were making them blown? They were running past our cornerbacks and our safeties. They were running past them. And I'm telling you, y'all better stop sleeping on DaRon Bland. Y'all better stop letting people tell y'all DaRon Bland ain't worth that money. Shoot, DaRon Bland showed today he's worth every penny. Star Guardian X. You know, I already talked about it. Bend, don't break, and our secondary flooded. That's the problem with that bend, don't break. It requires super studs at every position. Go back and look at the Legion of Boom. People say they ran bend, don't break. Well, they were not breaking nor bending. People say the Ravens ran it. Well, they were not bending nor breaking. Typically, when somebody runs the bend, don't break defense, the issue is they're not bending. The talent is so good, they're not bending. Dak fan for life. He said, we sound clowny. Jerry said it after the game. Yeah. I'm going to tell you what I love that Jerry is doing. Jerry is keeping the fan base informed. Jerry is telling the fan base, there's some people out here who think that they're so powerful that they say things and Jerry does it. Man, let me tell you something. Jerry and Brian Schottenheimer are 19 steps ahead of all of us. They are 19 steps ahead of all of us. Some of us are so dumb, and let me not call us dumb. Y'all forgive me for calling people dumb. Some of us are so arrogant. Some of us are so arrogant and naive that we actually think that Jerry is lying when he's saying that they were already talking about trading Micah Parsons. No, they were already talking about trading Micah Parsons. The Cowboys were already thinking about the moment that we're in right now. They were already thinking about it. And I'm telling you where the Cowboys are. The Cowboys are they got Jadeveon Clowney. I think Jadeveon Clowney will probably be where they stop because James Houston looked really good today. If there is somebody that's looking like his rookie, that's starting to look like his rookie form, it is James Houston. That boy James Houston is balling out there. James Houston has earned more snaps on this team. James Houston, 1 sack, 1 tackle, 1 assisted tackle. Yeah, James Houston is out here balling. Cowboys need to get him out there more on the field. Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney is going to help make the other, whoever's opposite of him, he'll probably help him to be better too. Jadeveon Clowney is going to command a double team every now and then. I'm not saying he's going to command a double team every play like he's a quote-unquote generational player, but Jadeveon Clowney can still play. And the way the Cowboys are going to use him, they're going to keep him fresh. He'll probably do about 30, 35 snaps for the Cowboys, and he will be involved in the run game and in the passing game. But Jerry is keeping this team engaged. He's staying engaged with what's going on out there. Jerry can see, Shotty can see, Steven can see, Will McClay can see. The Cowboys are going to keep working this team. I'm confident. I feel good about where we are. Byron Joe David. Byron Joe David, you're exactly right. Forced Shotty to involve Pickens more. See, I'm telling y'all, this is one of the holdups of this team too. One of the holdups of this team, they still haven't figured out how to use CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens at the same time. They haven't figured out how to do it. You can tell they haven't figured out how to do it. I'm a little bit surprised today, for example. I was a little bit surprised. More creative motion. They ran motion, but I'd like to see a lot more creative motion. I'd also like to see, I saw some of it, but I'd like to see the Cowboys do more overloading of one side. I'd like to see them, and this is where Miles Sanders hurt you. Miles Sanders does not have that pop. Jaden Blue playing next week. Watch what I tell you. Jaden Blue playing next week. Miles Sanders showed absolutely nothing today. Now we know it wasn't a fluke with Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders was 5 for 15. He had one touchdown, but he was 5 for 15. The Cowboys need that pop. Javonte is Javonte, this dude runs hard. Again, he is a part of the run game. They need Jaden Blue. They do. They need Jaden Blue. No doubt about it. Tristan York, appreciate that super chat. Tristan York said, good evening, G. Game to the wire. CD no drops. Someone needs to teach Wilson how to finish tackles. Dak is clutch. Now, I talked about this before, Tristan York. A lot of these players don't tackle anymore. One of the very few coaches that still preaches tackling and wrapping up and actually brings people in to teach tackling is Pete Carroll. Man, these dudes ain't tackling no more, man. Man, these dudes be putting their shoulder down, trying to knock a dude off his feet. Man, that's not tackling. I mean, I guess it's a form of tackling, but it's not the kind of tackling that you need. Jamal Ism, what's going on? Appreciate that super chat. Jamal Ism. Dak was sensational, I agree. Do we finally need to address the safety position? Draft a via trade and the media hyped up Russ. Well, Jamal Ism. Don't we already have this solved on the roster right now? Don't we have Wanye Thomas? Maybe it's time to give, if the Cowboys feel like the safety position is not playing well, maybe it's time to start mixing in Wanye Thomas. We also extended Bell. A lot of people forget we extended Marquise Bell. Is that his name? Well, maybe we need to give him an opportunity, Jamalism. Maybe we need to give him an opportunity. But again, this is 2 games. I told y'all before this team is going to need time to gel. I still think Matt Eberflus is tinkering around with this defense to try to figure out what he is. We played 2 different types of opponents today. Russell Wilson showed he's a better passer than Jalen Hurts. Or at least he did in this game. He showed he's a better passer. Brian Daboll and his OC, they figured out a way to exploit what they saw as a weakness. And I don't think it was the safeties they were attacking. They were attacking the cornerbacks, knowing that the safeties would not be able to, the safeties wouldn't be able to help them out. Man, them boys, man, Malik Neighbors, he blew past them boys. Cornerback is involved in that too. The cornerbacks involved in that too. That's not just the safeties. The cornerbacks are involved in that too. Dominique Pittman, appreciate that super chat. I'm with you. I said the same thing today on the way home. I said sign Aubrey right now. Sign Brandon Aubrey right now. Riley, appreciate that $9.99 super chat. Tristan York. Appreciate it. This is I think I read this again. Maybe I read it twice. Yeah, Game to the Wire. Okay, I've already read this one. Let me make sure I read your other one. Yeah, I read both of them. Yeah, I appreciate you, Tristan York. But again, I'm telling you guys, we got to stop saying, and I'm not saying we got to stop saying it, but we got to stop acting like the reason why the Cowboys look so bad is because they were bad. Heck no, New York made them look bad. They came out and did exactly what I wrote, with the exception of the multiple turnovers. They played to their strengths. They rushed Dak Prescott. They sacked Dak Prescott. They did get a turnover. I'm not even sure if they scored off the turnover, but they did get a turnover. They attacked the Cowboys secondary. They attacked the cornerbacks. Their pass rush was incredible. That was their only hope. They played to their strength. They played with the strength. Kippy Gardner, he said, man, they messed with his blood pressure. Kippy Gardner, I don't know how old you are. They used to call the Cowboys the Cardiac Cowboys for a reason. They used to call them the Cardiac Cowboys for a reason. Neezy said, Brandy, he got that, like how people get that blue check on IG. He bought it. Who we talking about? I bought mine. I bought my blue check, and the reason why I bought my blue check is because of some of the things that it offers. Some people have been on X for a long time. I actually haven't been on X for a long time, so I bought mine so that I could do more things on X. But again, let me go down in the further down in the chat. I got a couple more super chats. I'm gonna go further down in the chat. D's, appreciate that super chat. D said 1-1 could be 2-0, and we haven't played our best yet. See, D's, you thinking like me. The glass is half full. There's more to pour in the glass. It's not half empty. It's game 2. I think next week Matt Eberflus will make more improvements. Jamalism, I hear you, G, but Wilson bit too many times. Yeah, I appreciate that super chat. Jamalism, you know what we call that? Yeah, he went to the well one too many times. He went to the well one too many times. Newhouse failed. He said we don't call Dak no Dakalicious. I feel you on that. Boy, I feel you on that. Anthony Jefferson says Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. thought we were going to lose. Oh, they was ready to. They were ready to. Oak Cliff Rockefeller, what's going on? Robert Davis Jr., what up? He said Eberflus forget they were playing professional football players. Dak didn't, Lamb didn't, Pickens didn't, Butler definitely didn't. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm telling you, I really do think they might have underestimated. I think they might have underestimated, and I don't know if they did or didn't, but it seemed like they may have underestimated them boys. Lil Buzz said the safety should have been backed up. They would have picked Russ off 4 or 5 times. That's why they got him the last time. See, the last time they were backed up. But Lil Bud, you got to think about this. The Cowboys have got to learn this too. I don't think Brian is playing to this strength of the Cowboys yet, the way Brian Daboll today played to the strength of his offense. If I'm going to get you, Lil Bud, so you say you're going to back way up, right? Well, I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to destroy you in the middle of the field. If your safeties are going to back up, you got no hope in the middle of the field. I'm going to destroy you. And you're going to make a choice. You're going to make a decision. If you keep playing them safeties way off, I'm going to tear you up. I'm going to tear you up on those on crossing routes. I'm going to tear you up in the middle of the field with my tight end. I'm going to tear you up on post routes with my wide receiver. I'm going to tear you up. When you got receivers that can absolutely, man, I'm telling you, and I don't think you're doing it, little bud, but I'm telling us this. Boy, I said it before and I say it again. Man, we got to stop acting like Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson is doo-doo. Neighbors puts tremendous pressure on your secondary. I don't care who you are. We need to understand something. That was the first game against the Washington Commanders. Man, them boys went and did some things and got some things right. Shoot, Malik Neighbors, he going to put pressure on any secondary. Any secondary. And so if they would have played them way off, the only thing they would have did, break those routes off, in routes, dig routes, crossing routes, post routes. I would have destroyed the Cowboys. I wish they would have dropped all those safeties back. The two safeties back. The reason why they got the last one, Jamal Ism hit it right on the head. Russ went to the well one too many times. I thought Russ kind of rushed it. I really thought Russ could have been a lot more patient and tried to drive that ball down there with the shorter game. Because the Cowboys were playing it kind of deep. Nah, man, I would have just stayed patient. I'd have stayed patient. I'd have kept dinking and dunking. I'd have stayed patient, continuing to run the clock out, and I would have tried to beat the Cowboys that way. Yeah, Jamalism, he said, Donovan Wilson bit too many times. Now, again, Jamalism. But we got to at least admit, you biting too. Man, you are biting too on Neighbors. Man, Neighbors is a great wide receiver. A whole lot of people would have bid on Neighbors. A whole lot of people would have bid on him. Man, Neighbors is a hard cover. And that dude get his speed going. Well, tell me how you gonna catch him. How are you going to catch him? But again, USMC in here, what's going on? He said we really need to rethink our secondary or defensive scheme. I still say it's on the game too. We gotta admit this too. We have to admit this. Stop letting people tell you DaRon Bland ain't good. Stop letting people tell you that. See, we believe this stuff. When so-called experts be talking about DaRon Bland ain't good. No, DaRon Bland is good. You better believe DaRon Bland is good. DaRon Bland was missed today. That's what we were watching. DaRon Bland was missed. DaRon Bland couldn't switch back and forth between the inside and the outside. DaRon Bland was missed. I don't think the Cowboys are going to panic after one game. Because I'm just telling us, man, you never know. Russ might have just had one of them games. I'll be very interested to see. Because Carr, the game he had against the Cowboys, can you explain to me why he didn't have that type of game? Why didn't they have those type of games going forward? Man, people penciled in the New Orleans Saints to win the Super Bowl last year after they beat the Cowboys in Dallas, only for them to be one of the worst teams in the league. I think that maybe Russell Wilson was just locked in the zone, heard some of the things that people were saying about him, especially the local media, talking about there was no chance. Brian Daboll sat down with this man and put a game plan together that was absolutely incredible. He did. I'll give it to him. NWB, Russ looked amazing because Diggs can't stop wide. He said because Diggs can't stop wide receivers from running full speed into the end zone, which made the safeties look bad. That's not the real Russ. NWB, I'm just telling you, it's a great observation. That's what I'm alluding to. We're people are saying it's not the corners. It is the corners. They're a part of the problem. Malik Neighbors was literally running past the corners and the safety. Man, let me tell you, I'm just telling us, Malik Neighbors puts tremendous pressure. He puts tremendous pressure on any defense. Booby D said if he Booby D said if he play our defense, he will play like this again. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Poobie D, I'm just being honest. I just think Dayball, I just think he looked. What did I say yesterday? I just think that he looked and said, this is my best chance to win. Let me rely on my strengths. My defensive line, my wide receivers, and let me attack the Cowboys secondary. Attack the Cowboys secondary. We're getting what we want from our defensive tackles. I think what we got to improve is I'm still not understanding Matt Eberflus on this. Y'all help me out. I'm not understanding this. Why in the world is he not spying out quarterbacks? I'm not understanding that logic. He refuses to spy out quarterbacks. And now we've gotten 2 quarterbacks in the last 2 weeks who have gotten out of the pocket and did some damage. Nisi said the Saints did it last year and they fizzled after. And Nisi, I think this may be one of these situations. I think Russell Wilson heard all the talk from the local beat writers and Russell went out there and played the game of his life. It happens. I'm not sure he's going to do it again. Poobie D said if he play our defense, he's going to do it again. I'm not sure. I'm just going to tell us. I really do think I think some of this is a defensive scheme problem, but I also think some of this is the fact that Russell was just that doggone good today. I just think Russell Wilson was that good today, and I think that we may have underestimated these doggone giant wide receivers. Man, them boys are good. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling us, man, these guys are good. We got to stop acting like we had the worst wide receiver core in the league running up against us. No, them dudes are good. I'm sorry. I'm giving the Giants credit on this. I'm giving the Giants credit. Lost in Translation says, shout out to the Giants for giving us their best game. Good game, fellas. Facts. They gave us they did. They gave us their best game. C-Base said, what's up, C-Base? He said, get me Rock One to Osa looking like he struggles too. I just think the issue is, man, these guys played really well. I don't think the Cowboys are going to panic. We're going to come back tonight. We're going to watch the night game. I can't remember who's playing. We'll watch the night game, then we're going to come back after the night game for the next post-game show. And we're gonna dig into some. Tonight when we come back, we're gonna listen to the coaches and the Cowboys. Marco Dallas said the Saints did this to us last season. After week 2, they went on a downturn. Straight up facts. I'm telling this. I just think Russell had one of them games today. LaQueen said, well, Diggs not ready. LaQueen, don't say that too loud. There are some people, no matter what, they don't want to blame the cornerbacks. Everybody's talking about the safeties. Yeah, it's the safeties because they ran straight past your cornerbacks. That's why the safeties look bad. They ran right past the cornerbacks. I'm just telling us. Them boys is better than we think. Darren's the CEO Davis. He said Jerry Jones is funny for signing Clowney for pass rush help right after the game. Hey, Darren, if I'm not mistaken. Darren, I'm sorry, bro. I can't help but laugh because, Because I think Jerry signed this man at halftime. Boy, I got to give it to you, though. Jerry is a wild man. Look, but I did think Tobert looked a little bit better. I think he looked a little bit better. But I do agree his separation isn't that good. I thought he looked a little bit better. Willie Thrash said Pickens is the man, G, and you were right. Did not get enough targets. Dak put the team on his back today. Yes, sir, Willie Thrash. They can't figure out how to use Pickens yet. I said this yesterday, and they did a little bit of it today. If you're going to telegraph to teams that we're going to use George Pickens like we did Michael Gallup, and he's going to be our deep threat. Well, I'm going to play you like he's your deep threat. The Cowboys have got to get him more shorter and intermediate routes. And I really do think they need to let him get the short routes. Make those teams come up. Make those teams come up. That's what you do. Make those corners come up. Make those safeties come up. Okay, you're going to stand 8 yards back. We're not going to run into you and do a curl. Doggone it, we'll take 2 steps and Dak will throw it right to him. And now you got to deal with tackling George Pickens. George Pickens is a lot more talented than we're using him for right now. The Cowboys are going to have to find a way to start using this dude better. Jared Thomas, he said, gee, Prime Russ came back, but Clutch Dak showed up. Jared Thomas, I know you was proud today, boy. Jared Thomas, I know you were proud today. Because I'm telling you, man, Dak scratched, crawled, everything. Newhouse fam, what's up? What's going on, Daniel M? Yeah, hey, Daniel M, our defensive tackles are super, man. They're great. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Them boys are great. But I'll say this, I wouldn't mind getting old freaky up in here. As long as he don't get freaky up in here. Nisi said, gee, don't forget, they brought a band and did a death march after, but that was death, fizzled after the game. Nisi, we talked about this last year. Every single team gives the Dallas Cowboys their best shot. The media talks up the Cowboys and talks about the Cowboys so much. Man, teams play these dudes and they get up. They get up. I'm telling us. Darren CEO Davis, I do think we got Wanye Thomas and Marquise Bell, though. So maybe they'll give him an opportunity this week. But I don't think they're going to panic yet. I really don't. I don't think they're going to panic yet. I think they're going to probably go back and look at the defense again and realize, okay, maybe we need to play a little bit different. Maybe we need to play a little bit different. I don't think they're going to... Boy, Ice Cold Cowboy, boy, you cold, Ice Cold. Ice Cold said, no zesty player. Nisi. Now, Nisi, a lot of people don't realize, see, I got to keep reminding people, Nisi. I brought this up yesterday in the pregame show, and I don't know if people realized I brought this up for a reason. You have to look at how the Giants game and the Cowboys game went last year. When you look at the game the Cowboys played against the New York Giants, look at how it was. The Giants played the Cowboys extremely hard last year. Look at this. I brought this up. The last time Dak Prescott saw the New York Giants, he beat them. But the score was only 20-15. It was only 20-15. And when we look at the player stats, Malik Neighbors was balling on us last year. They didn't have the other wide receiver that they have now. I don't think they had him then. But Neighbors balled on us last year. Their defensive line gave Dak fits last year. Absolutely gave Dak Prescott fits. Now, last year we didn't. Last year, let me see. The Giants, they didn't get the turnovers on us, but they only got 1 sack. But I can tell you this: if you go back and check the PFF stuff on this, boy, they was putting Dak. They were getting some hits in on Dak. They really were. I mean, the Giants, man, we just got to realize it was a divisional game. They paid them boys hard. They played them hard, Paul. People don't want to get these dudes credit. Man, the Giants played their butts off today. They played their butts off. Tristan York said, tend to forget Cowboys when the one without Tolbert's clutch third down conversion. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Lisa Worley was proud today. I'm pretty sure she was proud. Travis Beck, he said, gee, style points never matters, man. A win is a win. End of the day, we got things to clean up, but we're just starting to get things figured out. We got to make a move at corner. He said, I think Diggs had a bad game. Travis Beck, Don't you say that too loud. I'm telling you, man, these Trayvon Diggs lovers. And I'm still praying for Trayvon Diggs to have the season of his life. I want him to have the season of his life. I want Trayvon Diggs to absolutely ball out because the more he balls out, the more it helps the Cowboys. But I'm telling us, they played well today. They did. They were the reason why we did some of the things that we did. Junior said, F the Giants. He said, if they good as you trying to make them, he said they would have won. Junior, nobody is saying that they're as good as however you're taking them saying they are. I'm telling you the facts. You cannot deny, bro. You're in denial. If you think that this team, if you think the New York Giants didn't have a great game today, I don't know what to tell you. You can have your own opinion. I'm not opposed to people having their own opinion. But if you can look at this game with your own eyeballs and watch Russell Wilson go 30 or 41, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception, and for you to even to even try to attempt to say the Giants didn't play well. Nobody's saying the Giants, again, you're obviously not listening to the conversation me and Nisi are reminiscing on. The New Orleans Saints did the same thing to the Cowboys last year. People crowned them to go to the Super Bowl, and they fell off the boat. I think the New York Giants may do the same thing. We may have seen the best game we're going to see from the New York Giants this year. I still stick to what I said yesterday. I will not be surprised if the Giants is 0-8 by midseason. Boy, them boys got a hard schedule. They got a hard schedule. They do. Christian Legal said, gee, you said the Saints had a defensive line and it showed today. Oh, yeah, the Giants had a defensive line and it showed today. Hey, Christian, I think they may have the best defensive line in football. Man, we have to understand what we're doing right now. I don't think we're going to face these kinds of teams. Well, I don't know. We got a pretty hard schedule. I can't even say that. We got a pretty hard schedule. Salam, he said, man, we need these defensive ends to step up. Now, Salam, let's just take this for what it's worth. Philadelphia Eagles have a very good defensive. They have a very good offensive line. If anybody didn't pay attention today, the Giants look pretty good too. Their offensive line looked pretty good today. I just think that they just had a game out of this world. I really do. I just think they had a game out of this world. And we ought to be celebrating them because I'm telling you, you don't win many games like that, man. Especially, I think another great point here. Lee Time said, I was tripping on people saying Russ was over. Lee Time, I was saying it. That's why I said, man, I got to repent. At least for this game. Shoot. Boy, this was vintage Russ. True Cowboy, this is a fact you just said. Division games go down like that sometimes. Straight up facts. Straight up facts. Michael Smooth said the reality did the Giants game. The reality is the Giants came to play. That's the point I'm continuing to make. The Giants came to play. They did. They absolutely came to play. I don't care what anyone says. They came to play. Somebody forgot to tell the Giants they were trash. Somebody forgot to tell them. Somebody forgot to tell them that Russ was washed up. Darren Posey, what's going on? He said Brian Butterbean Dayball gets fired if the Giants lose next week. Darren Posey, let me tell you something. Boy, after the way they look today, shoot. Russell Wilson said, and y'all got to think about this. Shoot. You want to know what else probably had Russell Wilson fired up? Did y'all hear the New York Giant beat writer saying, yeah, man, Russell Wilson will probably be out of the game by halftime? Do y'all remember this conversation? Brian Dayball had a meeting with the GM this week, going to the GM and the owner, asking them, can Jackson Dart start? Shoot. Boy, let me tell you something. There was some very motivating factors in here other than what we're talking about. Shoot, you'd be fired up too. You would be fired up too if the local beat writers have written you off. Do y'all realize the coach? The coach wrote this man off. I'm just telling us. There were some motivating factors here for this dude, Russell Wilson. Angie the Rebel Chicks, my unofficial co-host, what's going on? Shoot. This dude, Russell Wilson, man, this dude has some motivation that people don't understand, I think. Man, these dudes treating this dude like he a nobody. They were literally saying he was going to get replaced at halftime. I was listening to the radio this morning even, and they said, the Jackson Dart era starts today. Russell Wilson will be out of the game by halftime. Really? I think somebody forgot to tell Russell Wilson that he was coming out at halftime. I think somebody forgot to tell this man that. There were some other motivating factors in here, I'm telling us. Jamalism. Javonte Williams deserves tons of praise. He balled. Let me tell you something. Javonte Williams has earned his right to be a part of this run game. He's earned his right. Now we need to let Jaden Blue get his opportunity, because if this man can give us that pop, if he can give us that pop. But again, the Cowboys put up 40 points. I don't even know what else to say, man. They put up 37 in regulation, 40 points. Defense got to get a little, defense needs more work. Just is what it is. Darren Posey, he said, we're starting to see a more mobile Dak. I think he'll ramp it up as the season goes. He looked really good. Angie, I'm telling you, they attacked our secondary and they attacked Elam. They attacked them vertically. They saw something. I'm telling y'all, they saw something on the tape. Poobie D, neighbors will do that to you. The other wide receiver for the Giants will do it for you. He'll make you. Wandale Robinson, Poobie D, he'll make you play off the ball because you're too afraid they're going to blow past you. But again, I'm still calm on this. It's game 2. Brand new coaching staff. They're still trying to get a feel for who they are. They're still trying to get a feel. I think we're fine. Brian Worley, yep, he signed. I'm happy too. Now, y'all might not remember this, but I said this yesterday. I figured Jerry was going to sign him the week of the Chicago Bears. Jerry signed the man at halftime. It sounded like Jerry signed the man at halftime. I'm excited. I'm excited for Jadeveon Clowney. I'm excited for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm excited for the Dallas Cowboy fan base because I like how Jerry keeps trying to tweak the team. I like it. But Jerry got what he wanted from Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark, Tyler Booker, they've helped solidify the trenches. Now we just got to get our edge rush, our edge play up to par. And I think that Jadeveon Clowney is going to help us with that too. Derek Posey said, we made Sierra husband look Hall of Famish. Derek Posey, I told my wife on the way home today, I said somewhere Future is out there celebrating. Somewhere Future out there celebrating. Boy, I bet you Future jumped through the roof when he threw that interception, boy. That man Future out there celebrating, boy. Yeah, Russ went to that well one too many times, guys. He went to that well one too many times. All right, guys, this is just a precursor. We're gonna get a hot show together for tonight. We're gonna watch the last football game of the day. Y'all, hey man, y'all come back tonight. I'm gonna really have it together tonight. I'm going to have our show format like we normally do. We're going to listen to all the coaches' interviews, all the player interviews. We're gonna break more of this story about Jadeveon Clowney. My wife says she's hungry, so we're going to go get something to eat, and then we're going to be back. I'm going to be back because she'll be asleep early. She got to go to work tomorrow. So y'all already know what time it is. It is time for Cowboys After Dark. Mondays, Thursdays, and Sunday nights. Let me tell y'all something. Don't y'all let these people tell you we should not be celebrating. These are the games we would have lost last year. These are the games we've lost in the past. We won a game. And I'm not going to say we shouldn't have won it. We should have won it because we kept on fighting. And we ought to be happy. This team continued to fight for Brian Schottenheimer. They believe in this guy. They wanted Brian Schottenheimer to get his first win. Even the defense showed up some there towards the end. They showed up some towards the end. We gotta get Matt Eberflus to start figuring out things quicker. He's not figuring out stuff quick enough. Wow, Ty Church, you said they signed him to a multi-year deal? Wow. Are you serious? Alan Wilson, Clowney is still decent. I'm glad we let 11 go, but we need a plan to get better. I just hope. It's looking like, come on, boys. Hey, Alan Wilson, game 2. Watch what I tell you. We're going to get better. We're going to get better and better. Demarion Overshown is going to show up a lot of this stuff. Demarion Overshown going to show up a lot of this stuff. You watch what I tell you. They're going to show up a lot of this stuff. It's going to be good to go. You watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. All right, guys. We are coming back tonight, probably around 11 o'clock. Cowboys After Dark. Interviews, more stats, and we will do some analyzing tonight. So, I appreciate you. I'm going to go get something to eat. I'll be ready to go tonight. DC4L, God bless. Until the next time, let's talk Cowboys where we talk facts. Stop letting people tell you you can't celebrate you can't celebrate a win. I don't care how it looks. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. We can deal with this other stuff tomorrow. We got another game going. We got another game to play. We on to the Chicago Bears. We done. We done with the Giants after hump day. And we on to the Chicago Bears as we are building up to September 28th. One pitch at a time. One game at a time. I appreciate y'all again. Until the next time, y'all hit that HYPE button. Peace.